Namaskaram and Sairam. My name is Vinu Venkatesh and today we're going to study the English fundamentals for competitive exams in 2020. So in general, the English exam is divided into two sections, grammar and vocabulary. In order to be fluent in English, reading, writing as well as speaking, you have to know both grammar as well as vocabulary. You should have a good command over grammar as well as vocabulary. Alright, so let's start with some grammar today. Okay, we're going to study about subjects and nouns. So what is a structure of an English sentence? So the structure is very simple. It is a subject plus a verb plus an object or other words. What is a subject? What do you mean by a subject? Subject means what the sentence is talking about, who the sentence is talking about. Alright, that is a subject. So all sentences in English start with a subject. A subject can be a noun, a pronoun, a gerund, or a to plus verb formation. I'll explain what each is shortly. So what is a noun? A noun is a naming word. It is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, and emotion or sentiment. So I've used the acronym PPATE, that is person, place, animal, thing, and emotion or sentiment. Alright? What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a substitute for a noun, such as he, she, they, it, them, etc. What is a gerund? Gerund is nothing but a verb plus an ing. For example, swimming. Swim is a verb. To swim is a verb. You add ing to that verb and it becomes a gerund. A gerund can also be used as a subject in an English sentence. The last form of a subject is a to plus verb formation. For example, the sentence, to err is human. You must have heard of this saying. To err. Err is a verb. So to err becomes the subject of a sentence. Let's go through some examples. Alright. So India is a large country. What is the subject of the sentence? What is the sentence talking about? It's talking about India. So India is a subject. It is a noun. She is a tall girl. Who is the subject talking about? A particular girl whom we refer to as she. What is she? She is a pronoun, not a noun, it's a pronoun. Swimming is a healthy sport. What is the subject here? We're talking about swimming. So swimming is a subject. Swimming is a gerund, as I mentioned, because it is swim plus ing. Lastly, what is a to plus verb formation? It's very simple. It's nothing but to plus verb which is used as a subject. Let's look at an example. To err is human, to forgive is divine. This example comprises of two sentences. What is the first sentence? To err is human. What is the subject? The subject is to err. Err means to make a mistake, right? So here the subject is to err. So to plus verb err, right? The second sentence is to forgive is divine. What is the subject? What is the sentence talking about? The sentence is saying that to forgive is divine. So the subject is to forgive. To plus verb forgive. So this is another form that a subject of a sentence can take, right? Now let's look at nouns in particular. There are 5 types of nouns: proper noun, collective noun, common noun, material noun, and abstract noun. What is a proper noun? A proper noun is nothing but the specific name of a person, place, animal, or thing. For example, Preeti Zinta. We all know who Preeti Zinta is, right? She's a famous Indian actress who acted in movies like Dil Chahta Hai. She was the one who danced in the song Jia Jale from Dil Se with Shah Rukh Khan, right? So why is her name a proper noun? Because it is the name of a specific person. India is the name of a specific country. So India is a proper noun. Guruvayur Keshavan is the name of an elephant who used to be there in the Guruvayur temple. Guruvayur Keshavan is therefore a proper noun. There are a lot of elephants, but there is only one Guruvayur Keshavan, and that's why it is a proper noun. My name is Vinu. Vinu is a proper noun, right? So these are some of the examples of proper nouns. So what are common nouns? Common nouns are, you can say, the opposite of proper nouns. Let's look why. So common noun is a name of a community, race, caste, or species. It is the generic name, not the specific name, but the generic name for a person, place, animal, or thing in a class or group. Unlike proper nouns, a common noun is not capitalized unless it begins in a sentence or it appears in a title. For example, actress. We said that Preeti Zinta was a proper noun, but actress is a common noun. Why? Because there are many actresses in India, in Hollywood, in other countries, right? We said India is a proper noun. It is a country, but the word country is a common noun because there are many countries, right? Such as Australia, US, UK, and so on. Guruvair Keshavan is a proper noun, but animal is a common noun. Elephant is a common noun because there are many animals, there are many elephants. Got it? So common nouns are names given to a group. Is a common noun is a name, is a generic name given to a person, place, animal, or thing, which are part of a class or a group. All right. What is a collective noun? A collective noun is nothing but the name of a group, such as team, army, navy, armed forces, and so on. It is a specific group that we're talking about. What is a material noun? Material noun, as the name suggests, is the name of a substance used to manufacture or consume things. For example, wood is a material noun because it is used to manufacture furniture. Iron is a common noun because it is used to make utensils and other equipment. Oil, chili powder, fish, etc. they are used in cooking, and that's why they are material nouns. Cotton is also a material noun because it is used to make garments, clothes, and fabric, right? The last category of nouns is called abstract noun. Till now, whatever we discussed comprised of nouns which are given to people, places, animals, or things which we can touch. They are tangible. But abstract nouns are emotion words, concepts, subjects, or ideas which are generally felt and cannot be touched. Example, love, hatred, peace, non-violence, laughter, physics as a subject, history as a subject, and so on. So these are the 5 types of nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. Now, a word can fall into any one or more of these noun types. For example, banana is a fruit. Here, banana is a common noun, right? Because there are different types of bananas. It is a common noun. In the second sentence, 2 kgs of bananas were used to make this halwa. In this case, 2 kgs of banana is a material noun because it is used to make something. So this was a lecture, a brief lecture on sentence structure, subjects, and nouns. I hope you found it useful. We'll talk more about the English language in my future lectures, and I hope to see you there. So until then, wish you all the very best. Have a good day, and Jai Sai Ram.